Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like, who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose to. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win, are you pretty like no, no?
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me sleep rest in the morning, I had me a pop out of morning.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, it's Watson. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 20... .30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Come back, come back!
Watson on 1st down. Left side, it's Dorsett. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Now Watson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come back. Down. Green.
On 1st and 10, Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Tiger.
Out of the gun, Watson. Got a man, that's Allison. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here's Watson. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Black 99 Philly.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take the ball in the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Nelson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Ryan Shazier not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings them on the sentence. When in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete.
Leopard!
That one goes for 24 yards.
Leopard!
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devontae Freeman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And just shedding him off there. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. To the air yet again. Watson. Over the middle, Dorsett. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Green, the line! Green, the line! Richmond!
Watson looks to throw again. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Nelson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
No, check. Patriot! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone!
They'll set up a throw. He can run for it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps. But they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Chargers. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Green,
On first down, Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Watson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And got his man complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Philip Dorsett as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Nelson. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, that's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Watson on 1st down. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith in there to get him for a loss of 5. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back, come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Hard throw, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Nelson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Kamara. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Watson now to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going up top. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us with all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Watson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Hey, green,
From the gun, here's Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Again, it's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you... I mean, Yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Noah Spence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Being chased out left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 47 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now back to throw. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Got a man. That's Allison. Finding room inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Watson. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football. At the 28-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Room here to run. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys as scout game.
And a loose football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. On the check down, he finds Kamara. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Watson looks to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on first. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Throwing now, Watson. Dorsett making the catch. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the red zone now, Watson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for two. They're going to try and run. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on two more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Freeman again. And he powers his way up past the 30. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Patriot! Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner in there to get him the sixth time they've sacked him tonight. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.